I don't mind staying in with you. Play your favorite movie, laying right beside me. I don't mind when it's just us two. That corner coffee shop we like to go. Late night walks with you to take me home.
Can you believe there's 10,000 of us here now? I'm not gonna lie, that took a long while to sink in. And I want to celebrate. We have this, so why don't you grab a cuppa? Let's have some fun. Okay, I got something really cool arrive in the post that I've been waiting to show you. Oh, look at it. I got this as part of the partner program and it just felt like the right time to open it. Oh, got a little note. Oh, isn't that the coolest thing? I don't know where it's gonna go. I think maybe we'll pop it on the wall somewhere. Like, isn't that awesome? It's gonna have to go somewhere. And speaking of celebrations, I want to paint a plaque. I've wanted to paint a YouTube plaque for so long. And I knew if we ever reached 10K, that's what we were gonna do. So gold is 1 million, silver is 100,000, literally the dream. So I think it makes sense for the 10K to be bronze. On a canvas, paint it bronze, add the play button, and then I'm thinking like a pattern around the outside, something like flowers and swirls. We're gonna make it very extra. We are making a 10K plaque. And there's a Q&A as well. Oh, let's do it.
With you, I never feel alone.
These little songs.
Popping on that first layer of gesso because this is gonna be the plaque.
Call you mine, and you have got my head in the clouds.
And this is the leftover sample paint from the advent calendar. If you watched that Daily Doodle Diary episode, you might recognize it. Literally, it was a 10 ml sample of paint. And we gotta use it up. It smells funny. This is not gonna last. We've painted the canvas, we've painted many pages in the Daily Doodle Diary just to use up this red paint. Now grabbing the black India ink to create a sketch, an idea for what we might be creating. Of course the plaque is going to be metallic, it's going to be shiny. I don't know how similar it's going to look to this, but you know what? I'm kind of loving it already. And already I'm super excited for this project. This next portion of the video is kindly sponsored by Bob and Brad. If you don't know who Bob and Brad are, they are the two most well-known physical therapists on the internet, followed by over 5 million people on YouTube. There they are. And this is their new eye massager. On their YouTube channel, they share tips on recovery and pain relief techniques, and their videos actually helped me a few years ago. I actually got really bad vertigo, and I followed their techniques of laying on a particular side and doing various stretches, and it actually helped. It completely fixed it. So I'm super happy to be working with Bob and Brad. This is the Eye Oasis Free Elite Eye Massager. It's an eye massager that offers heat or cooling therapy depending on which one you prefer at that time. It's lightweight, easy, and convenient to use, and it actually mimics a real human massage, gently squeezing and kneading, targeting pressure points all around the eyes. I've actually been using this for a few weeks now, and I gotta say, as an artist and content creator, I think we really are the right audience for this, because when you're creating art, you're focusing on all of those tiny little details, and sometimes it's so easy to zone in on the piece that you're creating that you forget to actually take breaks and rest your eyes. The cooling part is a gel eye mask that goes on underneath the massager, and I found this super helpful first thing in the morning because the cold helps to minimize dark circles and puffy eye bags, leaving you refreshed and ready for the day, and it's perfect for filming. We also tend to strain our eyes a lot by just always looking at screens, whether that's on your phone or on TV or on a computer, especially something like editing. That makes my eyes feel awful. So it's important to look after your eyes after you've spent a long while concentrating, and that's where something like the eye massager comes in. It works by using air pressure, but also has heat and music modes.
Air pressure plus heat plus music. Air pressure plus heat.
So if you think this eye massager might also be a help for you, this is my discount code to use. And of course, I want to say another big thank you to Bob and Brad for kindly sponsoring this portion of the video. Let's get back to it. Yeah, the Christmas tree is up at the time of filming this, and we need to get there. Didn't quite think this one through. There are so many boxes to move out the way. We have the paintbrush, and this paint is literally called bronze. It is a bronze acrylic paint, so I'm thinking this is gonna be the perfect shade. Why don't we add a sketch first? I have these acrylic markers, although if I remember, I think this black is a little bit odd. Oh yeah, that is definitely odd. This pen is not really working. Okay, what about number 2? That is questionable as well. Number 3? Okay, we're finally there. I still have my concerns when it comes to this paint marker though, because for the 100 heads challenge, for some reason the black caused a ton of transfer and kind of ruined the page. So I'm just hoping this is gonna be okay. We need the play button, we need some words, and we're adding vines around the outside with some flowers. I think it's gonna be cute. I'm hoping it's gonna be cute. Okay, and now I think we should move on to the questions. For the Q&A portion of this video, I asked you guys a bunch of questions over on the community tab on YouTube, and also for the Christmas episode of the Scenes series. So what is number 1? If you could only use free art supplies for the rest of your life, which ones would you pick? Oh, this is a good question. Okay, firstly, I think it's got to be watercolor, hasn't it? Yes, that's my medium, it's my comfort medium. But you know what? I think acrylic markers too, they would be up there. They're like the most versatile art supply. And possibly Neocolors, just because they're so much fun to use. I love your collage art pieces. What glues or adhesives do you use? Honestly, I just use a Prick glue stick. Sometimes I use a decoupage, but really nothing fancy. There's probably better stuff out there. Next, what's your favorite biscuit? Is it bad that my first thought was a Jaffa cake? They don't count, but they are so good. Okay, bourbons are pretty basic, but if we're going fancy, do you know those rectangular biscuits with chocolate on the back? Leibniz or something like that? Don't have them very often, they are fancy, but I think those are so good. Moving on, what made you start your art journey to begin with? I'd say mental health, depression, bad place, COVID. I was actually a key worker, so there wasn't really a lot else to do. Like, it was difficult. There was so much work and overtime that I needed to find a good creative outlet that could help with my mental health, but not take too much time and be something that I could still do at home. And I did actually still have a box of art supplies from school, so that's kind of how I got back into it. I picked up that box and started there, and that's how it all began. Before we move on to the next question, I've just noticed something. This paint set is actually a 4-pack. Totally forgot, but we actually have another very similar color. We've got silver, gold, bronze, and copper. And looking at this, I think copper might actually be a better shade. So maybe we'll swap over once we've added the gold, of course. Okay, the next question is all about oils. Would water mixable oils feel better because there's no smelly solvents needed for cleanup? Yes, 100%. I would love to try oil paints one day, and the water mixable oils do sound a lot better. I think those are the ones that I would try because they're so scary. There's so many other bits and bobs. I don't know anything about oil paints. What is your favorite video to do? Oh, this is such a fun question. Honestly, it might just be making pieces for the create this book or how much art can you make, because most of the time I am just sitting there creating art and it's a really fun process. But the videos I'm most proud of are the challenges, and for the crazy time challenges, those are the ones that are my favorite overall. But I will say working on the little projects around the house is probably the most satisfying, because then in the months to come I'm actually looking at the piece. Oh, and the halls are so much fun to film. Okay, yeah, there's a lot, but that's good, right? What would you consider your signature food dish? Like the one thing you know how to make perfectly and know it'll always be a hit with others. Honestly, I don't think there's one that particularly stands out, but for me, I think it's pasta. I cook a lot of pasta, it's super versatile, and it's definitely what I feel the most comfortable with. Plus, there's so many different routes to go with a pasta, you know? What do you find most challenging when it comes to art and filming videos? Oh, honestly, the sun and cars. Literally, the sun ruins so many of my clips, so much footage. And half the time, the reason that things have to get cut is because the sun has decided to change. It is not consistent in the slightest. Now, cars are also a nightmare because I've somehow ended up on a very busy road again, whilst also living in the middle of nowhere. Right on the street, the cars are loud. So every time I'm talking to the camera, I have to pause when a car comes, which is like every 10 seconds. That is the biggest struggle. Okay, well, the play part is definitely looking a bit samey. I wonder how we're gonna make it look different. Like maybe a black line around the outside, maybe make it look a little bit jaggedy like the rest. Maybe we could go over the name in an acrylic marker, try and get it back. We're just gonna ignore this entire section here being wrong. I did what I could. And honestly, I do kind of prefer the copper. Okay, I presumed it would be silver, bronze, gold. I completely missed it, and then I realized, wait, I'm sure that was a pack of 4. This is from the crazy Facebook Marketplace haul, so I wasn't completely sure what was in it, in that mysterious box of acrylics, but I'm glad we finally got to try it out. Honestly, I'm kind of impressed. Metallic, it's shiny, it's cool. And I tried to make it not super opaque, but unfortunately we did lose a lot of the red. Maybe I should have done it a bit more transparent. I was really liking the red, and not much of it shows. It's like a slight toning underneath. Well, anyway, we actually have a giveaway to pack. The final of the giveaways. They've got prints and stickers, and I think that's gonna be a good little break whilst that's drying. Okay, what did they actually win? And I think I'm gonna pop in some extra stickers. Okay, first up we have the Monsters print, which is going in this recyclable sleeve. As for stickers in the little envelope, we have, oh, look at that, it's the matching hollow sticker. Oh, so pretty. Plus the little witchy dotty sticker, and also sardines. This is collage and I love it so much. Unfortunately, I might be alone there. I'm also gonna pop in some extra freebies. The little wheel from Peachtober, little eye, and a little planet. These 3 are included in every single order on the shop. Look how cute this little washi tape is. It's like little sloths. This is going to Lil in the UK. Pop these stickers in. Oh, I'll pop a business card in too. They are quite old, but I'm trying to get through them. Plus, you can always use it for journaling. It has this little galaxy on the back. Yay, this is ready to be shipped now. And I think the plaque might be almost done. Maybe we could grab like a little gold. Ugh. There you go, it's fine. Yeah, try and do some edges, try and make this stand out a bit better. I don't know if this is gonna work. The other thing I do have is the black version, which maybe we could use. This is like a fine tip. Final stretch now. And then we need it to fully dry before varnishing, before scanning, before printing, before turning it into a sticker. Okay, we've got a lot to do and we have even more questions to get through. What is a type of art you'd love to do but it scares you? It's oil paints. If you didn't create any artworks for social media contents and a living, what kind of hobby would you have done instead? Honestly, the only other hobby I have is gaming. I have a PlayStation, so it wouldn't be for a living, but that definitely would be something that I'd go back to a lot more. Did you always want to film for YouTube? I want to start my own but don't know how. Do you have any tips? Funnily enough, I think I did, because I actually started posting some videos in a completely different niche. Like, over 10 years ago. So yeah, probably deep down. I would say to start off with short form, really get a feel for it, see if you enjoy it. Because they're shorter and easier, you can create them faster and improve faster. Yeah, I would say that is the most helpful thing. What famous artist inspired your art? Oh, I don't think there's anyone in particular. Funnily enough, I actually love like Michelangelo and Monet, and I don't feel like my art looks anything like theirs. Out of all of them, it might be most similar to Vincent van Gogh, maybe. Okay, quick fire round. How did you get better at art? Honestly, by filling about 20 sketchbooks. Favorite color is a very particular shade of pink. Favorite food? It's gotta be a roast dinner. Favorite animal? Would it be basic to say a dog? Do you have a pet? Not at the moment, I'm actually allergic. What's your favorite TV show? I think it's gotta be Bridgerton. Do you like digital art? I haven't actually tried it before. What are your goals? I made a big video on that, I'll leave it below. Top favorite singer? Yumi at 6? Favorite art piece? I think it's gotta be the pink portrait. I turned it into prints and stickers, but I think it's just my favorite. And that's all the questions. Thanks for sending them in. Well, that was a little bit of a faff, but eventually we got there. With these cute little stickers, and every single order from my shop for the next 6 months will get one of these for free. Because we're all on this journey together and I could not be here without you. I think it's time to pop this plaque up on the wall. Yeah, let's pop it about her so it's in the background. Thank you for joining me for this celebration. I hope you have a wonderful day. Of course, I hope you'll continue to join me on the journey. Why don't you go create some art and I'll meet you back here in a few days' time. Bye-bye.